Because I know so little about vans, I did what Hammond had done in the earlier test, played it safe and bought myself a Ford Transit. Long wheelbase, 2.5 litre diesel engine, only done 77,000 miles, apparently. And do you know how much I paid for it? 800 quid. James, meanwhile, had stuck to his theory of biggest is best and bought a huge LDV box van. James, are you filming with us today or are you moving house? James, however, was more bothered about my sign writing.
What have you done with that sign?
Top Gear Furriers.
Couriers?
Oh, couriers. It's top... I may have...
No, wait.
God, that's a superb thing. It's brilliant.
It's not
and
bad.
How much was it?
950 quid.
And now we have to wait for Bob the Builder, really, don't we? Who eventually did arrive. Did you, wash it on too hot a setting?
I have to leave that wound up there, because I ran out.
I see what you've done.
Ran out of space a little bit.
Well, you would.
It's a Suzuki Super Carry.
Super Carry.
Optimistic title. It's
like
basically
a supermarket and a super tanker.
It's basically a Bedford Rascal.
Yeah.
It's got nearly a 900cc engine. 0 to 60, 18, 19 seconds.
I would imagine that's quicker than mine. Well, let's see, because it's time to get on with the challenges. Here it is, the first instruction of the day. We start with something with which you should be familiar, a quarter-mile drag race. Who's got the fastest van?
What's that actually got to do with anything?
You're going to come last. Actually, there is a point. A self-employed van driver can't afford to waste his day with a tool that isn't quick enough.
Mid-engine is right here, which gives me perfect weight distribution, so dynamically, I'm already ahead.
I wasn't expecting much oomph, unlike our cameraman, who's used to filming much faster stuff than this. I'm no match for Hamster. Look at his postage stamp go!
Probably the best part of 50 brake horsepower. I'm just leaving them for dead.
James and I had the same 2.5 litre Ford engine, but he had more weight. Goodbye, mate! Come on!
Yeah! I'm going to pass the finishing line, and I'm doing nearly 60!
Second. Average. James came a noisy last in motorsport's slowest ever drag race, and Hammond had won it, which seemed to please him.
Ooh, where did that come from?
Then it was time for challenge number 2. Here we go. Possibly the most important skill a van driver must have is the ability to sit right on the tail of the car in front. So each of you must now drive up the runway and get as close as possible to the bumper of a lane hogger in front without touching. The closer you get, the more points you get.
Hammond went first, with Jeremy and I posing as the lane hoggers.
Right, 40.
Here he comes.
Set.
We would measure the gap between us using a special laser mounted on the back of the car.
This would be quite easy in my van because, of course, it's got a completely flat front. So basically, I just keep going till my knees touch the back.
It's like being followed by a small insect. And he's not frightening me.
31.9 millimetres away, which is a vast, yawning chasm.
It is. You could park a bus in that gap, Hammond.
Hammond responded. 18.9. 10.34 millimetres.
Well, you did a 10.3.
Next, it was Jeremy with 10.3 millimetres to beat.
Here he comes. Now, that's a familiar sight on the road, isn't it?
80 millimetres, 60 millimetres.
This is the problem with the Transit, is you cannot see where the front is. You just can't, there's nothing.
What's he doing?
With most of my torso out of the window, I had a much clearer view.
No, he's hit us. He's hit us quite... No, that's...
He must have bent the bumper slightly because it went to -6 millimetres.
Finally, it was James's turn, and he had an even bigger problem than me.
I can't catch up.
What's it saying?
Well,
Does it measure in miles?
Come on.
We are going to run out of runway before James gets anywhere near us.
I really can't terrorise them at this range.
Captain Slow, living up to his name there. And now, the next challenge.
Van drivers never waste their profits on vehicle maintenance, so you must now each change the front door of your own van. You'll be racing against each other.
That's more manual labour.
Yes, it is.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right.
Can I be excused this?
Oh, look.
The producers said no, so while the others set to work with spanners, I broke out my ingenuity. James, can I borrow your van? I think that did the trick. That's off. Soon we were all trying to attach the new doors with varying degrees of intelligence. It's impossible!
Yeah!
I was the first to finish, without using sellotape.
Is the door in place?
Go and open it.
What?
Go and open
It doesn't say anything about opening it, it said get a new door.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
James, meanwhile, was taking so long that he ran out of time.
I was about to finish.
No, you weren't. You were fiddling with your spanners, polishing them.
He'd given them all names. This is Jeffrey, this is Ian, this is Stephen.
Get on with it.
Well, you didn't.
Right, Thieving Ian will now attempt to break into the back doors of your vans. The longer it takes him, the more points you get. 3, 2, 1, go.
You'll knock it over.
Thieving Ian is Top Gear's tame car thief, and by the looks of it, not a very good one.
You know what?
No, what he's done is he's pushed the lock into the thing. That's quite funny. He's really quite stumped by yours.
Unbeatable, you see. It's small. And
Why don't you just pick the van up and put it in your pocket? By now, the police would be here, he'd be in prison and then let out again.
he's defeated.
He's defeated
the van.
at 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is that technically not cheating?
People keep saying car thieves are very clever these days, but this one isn't, is it?
Oh! Oh!
He's in. I've got 34 seconds. 34 seconds for the Transit to withstand the world's most useless burglar. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's a lot of
34
transit around.
seconds.
This is quite important. How easy it is to get in.
10 seconds.
He just
That was
walked up and it
10
opened.
seconds, sir.
This is it. It's the final challenge.
Come on.
It's a game of cops and robbers round the Top Gear short circuit. You start, then 20 seconds later, a police car will give chase. The person who stays in front the longest wins.
Who's driving a police car?
Says here it's Detective Inspector Stig. Stig would be driving a standard 1.6-litre Vauxhall Astra Panda car. A Bugatti Veyron compared to our vans.
Jeremy went first.
It's exciting.
There goes Fingers Clarkson with his haul.
OK, now in the 1970s, 80% of all bank jobs featured the Ford Transit van as a getaway vehicle.
And 20 seconds later, Stig of the Yard set off.
Through the follow through. Oh, yes. Oh, the door's gone. My door's gone.
He looks such a pillar.
Shedding weight, however, was good. Detective Inspector Stig far behind. The finish line was in sight. Marbella, here I come. Oh, no! No!
Police did.
No! I didn't make it.
That was excellent. That was worthy of the bill.
Next up, James Cray. He's caught
What a majestic sight. Where is he? Oh, there goes Police Stig.
We'll make the hammerhead.
Has James ever gone round the hammerhead?
him. No.
Keep braking hard. Oh, he's got me.
It's all over.
I'll come cleanly. It's a fair cop.
You did better than I thought. You might do quite well here.
Yeah.
Short wheelbase. This is like a little rocket.
So, first corner. Now, it's mid-engine. I reckon I'm going to give it a bit of the old Scandinavian flick.
He's rolled it. He's rolled it over, look. He's out.
That means I'm second.
He's lost. So, actually could be dead.
Well, there's a police car at the scene of the accident, so...
But if he is dead and you fancy a job on Top Gear, why not write to us at I'm better than Richard Hammond was.
I may have overcooked that a bit.
BBC Wood Lane, London, W1270S.